Hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And tonight we have quite a lot to unpack. First of all, we got the news that according to the Express, Harry has been voted the most popular royal at the coronation according to his fans. And we got an exclusive picture of Harry's fans. But before we get to that absolutely not made up poll, I want to mention the picture that Express used on one of their articles for the coronation. I don't remember having seen it before, and Harry's smile was nothing short of disturbing. So I set out to find which moment was this from, and turns out that it was from the instant that he was greeting Princess Anne. I don't think the Princess Royal returned much of a smile, much less a fake smile like this. But even if it was yesterday that I said that Harry is not a psychopath, that weasel grin he displayed gives strong Jack Torrance vibes. So back to this poll. Prince Harry crowned coronation favorite, results of the poll of Express readers, asking them who their favorite royal of the coronation weekend was. I mean, I want to know how they came up with these numbers. I'm trying to use my limited knowledge of reality distortion fields to come up with an explanation about this. And I have to say, and this is something that I just cannot escape, I used to be happy when my content was featured in the Express, as in many other media. Now you can guess how do I feel about it. Especially, and I don't know if I mentioned this a month ago, that they posted an article about one of my videos, quoted me word for word, and the headline had absolutely nothing to do with the content. At no point I said that William's attraction to Kate could be mistaken. I wanted to set the record straight about that. And I've noticed that my friend Kinsey Schofield has also been misquoted recently, and we're talking about our reputation here. Just in case, remember that if you don't hear it directly from me here, or my Twitter account, or my official channels, then it could be fake. And speaking of fake, so Harry, are those fans in the room around us right now? What do they look like? Do they look like Marcellus Wallace? Because even the Mirror went all in on this. Are they kind of synchronized or something? Royal expert explains reason why Harry and Meghan are far more popular in the US. And yes, they have to insert a picture of PlayStation Harry. But when you click on the link, the page had disappeared. How odd. So I decided to go to the Internet Archives to see if I could get it back. And Bob's your uncle. Why Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are far more popular in US, explained by experts. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are more popular in the United States because they resonate over their dealing with modern issues that matter, a royal expert has said. Clive Irving, royal author of The Last Queen, has said their popularity can be attributed to their relevance to modern issues and their commitment to making a positive impact. He said, Harry and Meghan are far more popular in America because they are a very modern couple and they deal with modern issues. Both of them are involved in issues that really matter. But Harry, in particular, says a lot of attention to the care of former military people that have suffered from various stresses. He understands their struggles and he wants to help them. I think that's why he's so popular in America, Mr. Irving told the Express. It comes as Prince Harry has been named as America's favorite royal, beating King Charles, who traced way down the list, according to a recent survey. A recent survey? Is this another poll? And yes, it is. Prince Harry is America's favorite royal, while King Charles is way down list. What is this? Who comes up with this nonsense? Well, we know that the first poll was made from Express. So I had to find out who made the survey this time. And when you look at the Mirror's footnote, you see that this survey was made by the Bonus Finder. And there's the logo in the upper right corner. Do not go to that website. It's about online casinos and gambling and stuff. I mean, what does an online gambling website have to do with the royal family? Well, at first sight, this looks like this doesn't make sense at all, unless you figure out that Harry is desperately trying to make it seem like he's some kind of a celebrity, that he's insanely popular. And why is that, you might ask? Well, there's a very good reason. GB News: Prince Harry is set to face another legal battle against the Home Office over security provisions for him and his family when they are in the UK. This is it. This is the reason. Harry needs all these phony polls and surveys to inflate his actual relevancy so he can have a shot at this. And you can imagine that those polls and headlines are not free. Someone is paying for them. When you think that the articles could do better with their money and time, no, they want that internationally protected person status, whatever it takes. And Virgin Marie has a very good summary of why Harry must lose his case about paying for cups. I made a thorough video about this on my Body Language Guide channel last year, and this is a neat reminder. It's very important that Harry loses his case about paying for his own armed cops, and let me explain why. Basically, Harry is saying that he wants to pay for his own police protection officers. Essentially, he is saying that he has the right to buy armed cops. If the judge agrees, they are agreeing to this, but more importantly, this opens the Pandora box of any rich person, any celebrity, feeling entitled to being able to buy armed cops. That is absolutely unacceptable because safety should not be up for sale. If you need police protection officers, you should get them because you deserve to be kept safe, not because you are rich. If Harry needed that protection, he would get it, but it was unanimously decided that he doesn't. Therefore, he shouldn't get it. These cops should be where they needed most, not where they're bought. Another argument of his is that he is a prince and didn't choose to be a prince, therefore, he deserves protection. Lots of people didn't choose to be famous. Moreover, he clearly chooses to stay in the limelight. Lastly, this isn't the royal family's doing. The Met decided he doesn't need protection. The royals have no power over this, so stop thinking Charles refuses to protect his son. It's beyond his power as it should be. What do you think? We also have other angles and opinions, such as Sophia Anderson. That's not his purpose. Harry knows that it's not possible. What he wants is a review whereby it's decided that he is entitled to protection. The only option is taxpayer-funded protection and the status that comes with it, which is the objective. Again, I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. I also wanted to mention tonight an insight that Mega Lillywhite shared on Twitter. She could be quite controversial in most of her opinions, and I found this long tweet interesting regarding Charles, Camilla, and Diana in terms of the current crisis of men and the concept of masculinity. The story of King Charles, Camilla, and Diana is quite interesting as one case study that completely undermines a lot of red pill laws about attraction. Diana was younger and more beautiful than Camilla, and she was a virgin. She was also a lot less educated. By all the manosphere rules of attraction, she should have been the preferred woman by any metric. But King Charles loved Camilla from the beginning, even before he met Diana, and infamously, even afterwards. King Charles, who checked off the list for high-value male, could have had lots of women according to the manosphere rules, but he consistently went back only to Camilla. Diana was, in fact, the one with many suitors behind closed doors. While these rules about attraction to do with age, virginity, hotness, education, etc. are based in logic, logic goes out the window when matters of the heart are concerned. I realize this is one case study, but if a rule were really absolute, it would not be broken so often. This is why it's important to take rational rules of attraction with a huge bucketful of salt. Food for thought. The comments are open so you can add your 2 cents. My Royal Rogues, I'm pleased to announce that in the past month, more than 1 million Rogues have watched my videos, and that is awesome. That deserves an Owen Wilson wow. But somehow only 119,000 have subscribed. So if you haven't done so, what are you waiting for? Because that's the easiest way to tell me that you enjoy my videos and it gives me good vibes to keep making them every day. Either way, I love you all. Remember the two most important words: much love and bliss.